Hi, blog followers, how are you doing? It's me, I'm back. Sam said to me earlier, oh, it's your turn to vlog, and I thought, God, yeah, the last time I vlogged, I was crying like a big baby and cursing all over the place. So, yeah, figured I'd come back on and not be so weepy and no cursing. Well, we'll see. What have I been doing with myself? Not much. In the way of writing my levels or anything like that. Writing's always been a hobby to me, same as my artwork's always been a hobby, and when it stops becoming a hobby and becomes a chore, then I lose interest in it and I lose the love for it, and it had started to become a chore. And to be honest, I do still enjoy writing and drawing, obviously, because otherwise I wouldn't continue. But like I say, when it becomes a job, you lose interest. And I already have a job, and I love my job very much. But when you're not at your work, then you do the things that you love. And the writing was quickly becoming something that I wasn't loving very much. I always felt as if I was under pressure to get things finished and to get so many words written a day and blah 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 blah. And you know what? That's just, it's not the way I work. I don't like it. Because then I sit down and go, oh God, oh God, oh God, I need to get 3,000 words written a day, and then I struggle to write the 3,000 words because I'm starting to panic over it. And then by the end of the day I sit and look at it and I'm just frustrated constantly. Now I know everybody has their own way of writing, and people would maybe say, oh God, you're not a writer then if you can't write. I can write, I just can't be bothered sitting down and, you know, having all those, you know, the pressures on top to do that a certain way and have it done in a certain time and all the rest of it. And okay, if I wanted to be a paid author, I would have deadlines and such, and deadlines are fine, I do work well to deadlines. But if that was my job, if that was something that I was asked to do and was getting paid for, fine. That's no problem. I've done it before. Working to deadlines is not a problem. But these were deadlines that I was setting for myself, and they were unrealistic, and it was just so that I could move on to the next thing, and it was becoming a complete and utter pain in the neck. And I mean, even my husband was coming home and saying, what's wrong with your face? And I'm like, oh, that's bloody story, I'm sick looking at it. And he's like, well, leave it then. And I says, I can't. I need to get it finished. And, well, do you know what? Why do I need to get it finished? Everybody can wait on it. It's not like, you know, everybody's sitting on tenterhooks like, oh God, I can't wait until the Dragon's book comes out. Be nice if he's were, and it might actually, and it might actually make me write a wee bit more. But so yes, I'm doing my own thing, and I'm trying to get, you know, I'm trying to enjoy myself again. This is the thing. I think when with the writing and the art, you have to enjoy what you're doing, and I do, like I say, I do enjoy it, but not when it becomes a chore, and it had recently became a chore. So there you go, that's that. So what I have been doing is I've been enjoying doing some art for myself, doing some fan work, some fan writing, and writing for Naruto. I've enjoyed watching Naruto. I've just put it off so I could make this vlog. You know, just things like that. I've been enjoying reading my manga, I've been out with my dog, you know, different things. I've just thought, oh, this is great. And I feel so much happier for doing it. You know, there's none of the pressure there to say, get in there, get it finished, don't do that, get your writing finished, don't do that, get your art finished, don't do that. There's none of that. I can do whatever I want. And what I've found since I've started doing this is that, you know, my writing and my art has, well, it's kind of improved actually, because I'm enjoying it again. I'm not just sitting thinking, all right, okay, this needs to happen, and that needs to happen, and oh, that line needs to go there. There's nothing like that. It's like, oh my God, I need to write this because that needs to happen. Oh, that line needs to go there because that needs to look like that. And that is the way it should feel. And so I'm starting to feel that way again. Malevolence is not a kick to the side by any means. It's just I want to enjoy writing it again. And I think that's the biggest problem I've had recently, was looking at what I had written and thinking, I'm not getting paid for this, and I'm sitting here and I'm ripping my hair out and blah 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 blah. So no, I'm doing what I want to do. I work on my levelings when I want to work on it. I work on other things when I want to work on it. The pressure's gone, and I'm enjoying it. So I'm a happy bunny. In other news, as you know, Sam and I met after she found one of my drawings for Naruto on the internet, and she contacted me for it, to ask me, sorry, if she could use, or how to that's what it was, how to put pictures up on this particular site. And we've been good friends since, and I think it's over a year now that we've been friends and writing buddies and co-writers and things like that. And it was a couple of weeks ago I had started moaning again, because I moan about this a lot. There's a certain type of story that I like, and it's not to everybody's taste, although there is, you know, quite a following for this particular type of story. But with the characters that I would have liked to have seen it, there isn't much out there for it. And so I was starting to get frustrated, because there was plenty for the other characters, or plenty with these characters or that character, but not the ones that I wanted to see. And I had mentioned it to Sam one night again, for I think it was about the 10th time. Oh my God, I can't find anything on this story. And she's like, do you know what, I'm going to write you one. So in the past week, Sam, or week and a half, Sam's been sitting writing this story for me, catering it to my tastes with the characters that I love so much. And the other thing is, when I'm reading, I like to read all in one go. I'm in fan fiction, it goes up a chapter at a time. And up until now, Sam's always gave me the entire story to read, because I do have this thing about not reading something until it's complete. And it's simply because I hate cliffhangers. It's one of the reasons why I don't watch television, is I hate cliffhangers so much. They actually make me angry. And so what I normally do is I wait until a series is finished and buy the box set, and then just watch all in one go, and that's the way I work. The same way as if I'm reading fan fiction or such, I need to wait until the story's finished. So Sam, on the other hand, works in a different way when she's writing. She likes to tease the reader, let's say, torture the reader, by putting one chapter up at a time and leaving each chapter on a cliffhanger, and then spreading it out over like 2 weeks or something like that. You're like, oh my God, give me the next chapter. So we had a bit of banter back and forth about it, because she knows how much I hate it. And then at the same time, I realised, you know, how much she loves it. So we struck a bargain, and the bargain was that she would post one chapter at a time, and I had to read it one chapter at a time, so long as they were posted very quickly, you know, like every day or every second day kind of thing. Because if there's one thing I hate, it's reading a really, really good story, and you don't hear from the author for a month at a time. You're like, oh God, they're stuck in limbo. What's happening? So I'm really, really enjoying it, and it is actually the story that I have wanted to read for a long, long time. I had said to Sam a long time ago that I think the only person that could give me the story that I wanted was her herself. So I'm very pleased with it, Sam. I'm loving it. Another thing that I would like to say is something that's come up recently on a couple of the sites that I frequent, more than quite a few actually. Right, okay, with the opening of this 50 Bloody Shades, right, which I have not read, and I will not read, and I will never go to see it, because I was sent, I think it was half a chapter, and I couldn't, because it was bloody awful. It really was bloody awful. In my mind, I know there's fans out there, and fair dues if you like it, I just don't, right? But everybody kept harping back to the fact that it started off as a fan fiction for, I believe it was the Twilight series. Then you've got these purists coming on saying, oh my God, you all think these are something because you write fan fiction. Oh, fan fiction's crap. Oh, fan fiction's for the wannabe writers, and blah, 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 blah. Well, I'm sorry, but okay, I'm a fanfic writer myself, so is Sam, and it's something we enjoy. It's like a hobby. You get to play with the characters that you love, and that's fine. As for fanfiction being rubbish, I don't believe that's true. There are stories that I've read, not written, but that I've read, that blow most books out of the water for me. Most published books. There is a lot in fanfiction sites that are written by a certain age, that don't have a full grasp on storytelling or grammar and different things, and it comes across as, you know, rather bad. Badly written and things, and that's fair enough. It's because depending on what fandom that it is that you're looking for, it can range from young teenagers right up until, you know, older people. So there's thousands and thousands and thousands just for Naruto alone, and each of them are different because everybody that writes them are different ages, a different grasp of English even. Some of them are not even, English isn't their native language, and yet they're writing it, and it comes across as awkward sometimes because they don't have the full grasp of the English language. But that doesn't mean that they should be damned, and it doesn't mean that they should be looked down on. Nobody should be. Somebody put work out there for people to read and enjoy. And that can take a lot to do. I think it's quite hard. For me, sometimes it's quite hard for me to put things out because I'm not the most confident of people out there. And I think if somebody puts work out there, it warrants a comment, it warrants a review, whether it means it's not that great, but if you did this, it would be better, or oh my god, that is absolutely fantastic, please continue. It doesn't matter, or even just a thank you for writing is it's the best thing to do, because these, like I say, I find it hard to put things out there and then you receive nothing back. And it's not because, as Sam's telling me, it's not because what I do is bad or not well written or that. It's just because the fan base surrounding that particular area isn't that big. And also you've got this this kind of mentality these days that if there's a button for saying like, hit the button rather than, writing a sentence type of thing. And that's fair enough. But I don't believe that people who write fan fiction should be looked down on. They shouldn't be damned for what they do. It's a hobby, like I say. They're enjoying themselves. They create things for other people to enjoy. There's many people out there who actually download the fan fiction, print it out and keep it as their own books, their own personal books. Hold on a wee second. Sorry about that, she'll probably bark again, but just ignore her. So yeah, people who create things, they create it to be enjoyed, they create it because they enjoy it. It shouldn't be looked down on simply because it hasn't been bound in a hardback cover. I think there's a lot of people out there who are quite, snooty, pompous regarding writing and art. If you haven't been discovered, then you're useless, and I don't believe that at all. There are things out there that I have read that are far, far better than even one of the most famous published books. And I remember saying it to Sam one day that this particular fan fiction was one of the best pieces of writing that I had ever read. Now, whether that girl now writes professionally or not, I don't know. But the fact stands that it was a fan fiction. And people look down on that, and I don't think it's right that it should be looked down on. Some people who are authors, who are published, do fan fiction in their spare time. It counts as practice as well for everybody. It counts as a practice tool for everybody. It's the same way as doing a sketch for an artist, doing a wee rough sketch and throwing it away. It's the exact same thing. You work on it, you work your mind, and Bella, get down. Sorry, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so don't look down on anybody who creates things. It's not right to do it. They put themselves out there, so at least acknowledge the fact that they did. I think what I'm trying to say is respect others. I think that's the biggest thing, is to respect anybody who puts themselves out there for your entertainment. And that's it. End of. Sorry about the barking. There's something going on out there. I don't know what it is, so I'm going to go see. But anyway, take care, guys. Have a great weekend. And I will hopefully see you a bit sooner than I did this time. See you later, guys. Bye.